The yes to the 500K offer or the 50K offer is not found in your next question. It's found in your last pause and in her radical freedom to choose yes or no for herself. Yesterday, we focused on her radical freedom to choose and your power of detachment. Today, we're going to dismantle the biggest anxiety in high-ticket sales leadership: silence. I call this the art of not responding in your head. And I'm going to share an exercise with you that's going to support you in your marriage, your relationships, your friendships, with your pet, with your parents, with your business, with everything in your life. So what if you did not have to work harder to be worthy of the 5K yes, or the 50K yes, or the 500K yes? What if safety was found in silence? What if silence is the greatest wealth factor in your business and in high-ticket sales? This conversation is going to change how you sell and how you show up in your messaging and with your lighthouse offers. Hello, beautiful, and welcome to High-Ticket Sales Women in the Prosperous Womb and day 24 of our 30-day Secret Selling Circle series. Here's the thing. After watching over 200 Zoom conversations, sales conversations from my clients, I've realized something that affects all of us as business women. So many women coaches do not feel safe receiving money, especially 100K money, 500K money, especially when they sell like a 50K offer or $1 million offer. They don't feel safe receiving it without performing or trying to work harder or trying to prove their worth or trying to prove their value. Thank God Jesus already solved that for us. We're worthy, we're valuable, we belong, we're whole, and we're already complete. So we don't have to do any of those performances. But when we feel like we have to earn our worth, even a simple pause feels like it has to work for us, okay? Because we don't feel safe just being. We feel the need to feel the silence on sales calls because we're adding value in that silence. We think, oh my God, if I perform, then she's going to say yes to this, to this offer. But here's the truth. Silence is not awkward. It's just a natural pause between breaths. It's a natural pause between breaths. And your silence is not suspense. It's only suspense in the movie theater. But on your sales conversation and in real life, your silence is not suspense at all. It's not expected to perform. Silence is not expected to perform. Okay? It's a sanctuary for your premium coaching clients. It's a sanctuary for Caleb. It's a sanctuary that supports her to trust herself, to say yes to herself. When you hold a pause in any conversation, sales or anywhere in life, you're not waiting. You're not waiting to answer in your head. You're not waiting for anything. You're giving Caleb the space to hear her desire. You're giving Caleb to hear the thing that she says she wants. You're giving Caleb the insight, the space for her insight that she doesn't want a faster horse. Henry Ford said when you ask people what they want, they will tell you they want a faster horse. When Caleb comes into a sales conversation, any Caleb, all of us do this. We have a horse, but we want a faster horse because we have no idea of the thing that we truly want because we don't know. We only know what we know. We don't know what we don't know. So Caleb comes and says, I want a faster horse. And it's tempting. It's really tempting to ask surface level questions that are going to give Caleb that faster horse because we want to get to the yes really quick. But no, surface level questions, they make people buy. They convince people to buy. They persuade people to buy. When you have a lighthouse offer and you've had love letter messaging, God's answer to her greatest prayer is in a lighthouse offer. Your answer to her prayer is in a surface level question. And that gives her a life raft offer. So we don't do that. It's in the silence. It's in the silence that Caleb builds the capacity to see that she no longer wants a horse. It's in the silence that Caleb stops searching for the horse. She forgets about the horse in the silence because the Holy Spirit does the work in her, connecting her to her divinity. And she sees the expansion and the exponential place that she can be. She sees the jet plane. She forgets about the horse. And this is in the silence that she hears her own voice. And she separates the lies from the truth because now she remembers who she is. She realizes, I don't want to lose the weight because I want to fit in my skinny jeans. I want to lose the weight because I want my husband to look at me the way he did on my wedding night. Oh my gosh, I've been afraid to tell myself that. It's in that silence that she realizes the thing that she's never told anyone before in her life. It's in that silence that you get to ask the better questions. There is no better question without the silence, without the pause. Anything outside of a silence and a pause is a surface level question that gives the client a faster horse and not exponential outcomes and results. So here's the thing. When she stops hiding from herself, the silence opens her up to see the truth, to see the bigger picture. The silence opens her up to see that the investment to work with you is a drop in the bucket when she remembers that there's something bigger than the faster horse. All of a sudden, the investment becomes, that's it? Oh, yeah. The reason why most women coaches are so uncomfortable in the silence is because we're still trying to perform. We think, oh my gosh, I have to prove value in the moment. I have to fix this. There's no fixing. We're not doctors. Caleb does not have anything broken. She's whole and complete, just like you are. Just a child of God, just like you are. The same God that's in her is the same God in you, in all of us. There's nothing broken or missing or incomplete. She's well and whole. But the silence supports her to see that space for herself. Okay? So when we equate charging premium fees with working harder, Caleb says, no, your work is already done. In your lighthouse offer and your love letter messaging, that's where the work was. It's already done. She's already raised her hand and said, how can I work with you? She's applied to work with you. Your love letters did the pre-qualification. Your application to work with you pre-qualified her already. It's done. She's in the room. She knows the investment to work with you already. It's already done. She saw that on your application form. You're not hiding that. You're not playing hide and seek because you're whole and complete. It's done. She basically wants you to shut up and take her money. So how can you be silent? Your structure, it handled the investment. Your systems handle the investment already. And your pause is not expected to perform. You simply be present to who she is being right now, to who God is lifting her up to be in this moment. And why you remember that, I tell myself, Mimi, silence is not awkward. It's wealthy. It's peace. It's shalom. Silence is not awkward. It's prosperity. It's wealth. It's life. It's healing. When you're in business and you're charging and making more money, it's okay to wake up wealthier today than you were yesterday. It's okay to wake up happier, richer, healthier, wealthier, more joyful than you were yesterday, because this is what makes you a bigger blessing in God's kingdom here on earth. Money in the hands of a healthy, wealthy, joyful, happy woman is a healing balm in the world. Money will make you happy. Neither does poverty. Poverty will not make you happy either. But here's the thing. When we lead with a high-ticket sales mindset that will overall prosper us because God says we already are, we don't have to rescue the sales conversation. We don't have to justify. We don't have to explain. We don't have to try to fill in the gaps. We can hold the silence. If you can't hold the silence and the pause, you can't hold the $500. You can't receive the $500 investment to work with you. You can't. Today, I'm inviting you in this exercise to notice where you're rushing to fill the gap. Where you're rushing to fill the gap. Where are you performing? Where are you afraid of the silence in your relationships? When you speak to your husband, to your partner, to your children, to your friends, to your parents, to Caleb on a sales conversation. Where are you afraid to hold the silence? Where are you responding in your head before they even finish saying the thing? The yes lives in the space that your love letter messaging and your lighthouse offer have already created. It lives in the space that your essence has already created for her. That's where your yes lives. The yes lives, not in the sales conversation. She knows before she gets here. Caleb knows. It's Jonah that you need to overcome objections with, not Caleb. That's why we work with Caleb, not Jonah. There's a fish for Jonah. You're not for Jonah. So let's go into this exercise. I always start with my clients by saying that silence is a muscle. Let's give it a six-pack. It's a muscle. If it's the only six-pack you have, that's fine. Let it be silence, okay? You speak because you think if you sit in silence, she's going to say no. But she says no because you're talking and she can't hear herself and she can't think and she's not having any insight or any, there's no transformational insight happening in the sales conversation or in the DMs or the emails or wherever it is you're communicating with your clients. Talking and fill the gaps, it makes you struggle as a leader. So when somebody's finishing a sentence or talking, how long does it take you to respond? Drop in the comments below. How long does it take you to respond? 5 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds? Are you responding in your head? Here's a 33-second challenge I give to all my clients. I invite you to consider that your dog, your cat, your Caleb, your spouse, your parents are all going to be happy. Every relationship is going to thrive because of this. In your next conversation, when somebody finishes their sentence, count to 33 seconds. Pause for 33, not 30, 33 seconds before you respond. You're going to listen. You're going to stop responding in your head before they finish their sentence. It's going to change how you talk, how you speak, how you hear people, how you listen to people. It's going to heal your body. So when you pause for 33 seconds, notice your body. Where in your body do you feel neutral? Does the silence make you feel more present, like more connected to the person you're talking to? Are you smiling? Are you feeling like you need to shift your leg, shift your face? Are you feeling like you need to turn away, swivel the chair, play with your hair? I see this a lot on sales conversations when I watch the Zoom calls. I've seen clients do this during the silence, in the 33-second pause. What is that? No, don't do the thing with the pen. Don't play with your hair. Don't smile. Don't try to make jokes. Just 33 seconds. It'll be the first time you do it, it'll be the longest 33 seconds of your life. After that, it'll feel like 2 seconds. Then it'll feel like nothing. When you stay neutral, you hold in the space as a leader. And it supports you when you're co-creating that offer, that lighthouse offer, that messaging. It supports you with the investment to work with you. And tomorrow we're going to dive into, on day 25, we're diving into why that investment to work with you, that $1 million investment, that 100K, that 250K, that 500K is actually a sanctuary. But first, keep practicing. Get that 6-pack in your silence. And let me know how this lands for you in the comments below.